Welcome, curious travelers, to this fascinating journey through time and space, exploring the life and extraordinary explorations of Ibn Battuta, one of history's most eminent travelers. Fasten your seatbelts as we venture into distant lands, exotic cultures, and breathtaking adventures through the captivating accounts of this fearless explorer. We immerse ourselves in the 14th century, in Tangier, a port city in Morocco, where the narrative of this extraordinary traveler begins. In this vibrant environment of cultural diversity and trade, Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Battuta is born, known as Ibn Battuta. Coming from a pious and educated family, he is raised with respect for Islamic values and education. This upbringing sharpens his thirst for knowledge and exploration throughout his life. At the age of 21, Ibn Battuta embarks on a journey that will mark a major turning point in his life. He sets off for Mecca to perform the pilgrimage, one of the 5 pillars of Islam. This spiritual journey to the holy city is only the beginning of his insatiable quest for discovery and adventure. The pilgrimage to Mecca is a profound experience for Ibn Battuta. He not only discovers the holy sites of Islam but also encounters the cultural and religious diversity of the regions he traverses. This journey sets the stage for a series of daring adventures and travels that will take him far beyond Morocco's borders. We follow Ibn Battuta through a journey that propels him far beyond his initial pilgrimage. This traveler won't simply kneel before holy sites but will go much further to immerse himself in the richness of the Islamic world. Fueled by insatiable curiosity and a burning thirst for exploration, Ibn Battuta decides to extend his quest well beyond Mecca. For nearly 3 decades, he traverses the Islamic world, covering thousands of kilometers and exploring regions that seemed distant and mysterious at the time. His audacious journey first leads him through Africa, where he explores lands rich in cultural diversity and natural resources. From Egypt to West Africa, he discovers flourishing kingdoms, prosperous trading cities, and cultures ranging from the Sahara to the shores of the Indian Ocean. Far from resting on his laurels, Ibn Battuta then turns to the Middle East. He travels through legendary cities such as Damascus, Baghdad, and Jerusalem, where he immerses himself in ancient history and the religious traditions of the region. His detailed accounts offer us a window into the architectural splendors, bustling markets, and intellectual centers that dot his journey. But that's not all. His insatiable thirst for discovery drives him even further. Ibn Battuta journeys to Central Asia, exploring vast and little-known lands of the time. He crosses arid deserts, scales majestic mountains, and comes into contact with fascinating nomadic cultures. Yet, Ibn Battuta doesn't stop there. His desire to explore the world takes him to the far reaches of China, where he explores great cities, marvels at technological innovations, and is captivated by the wonders of Chinese culture. His tireless travels allow him to amass a wealth of knowledge, experiences, and tales that will continue to inspire and captivate future generations. We delve into the captivating accounts that have survived through the centuries thanks to Ibn Battuta. His writings offer us an open window into the past, providing a fascinating perspective on the worlds he discovered and the experiences he lived. Ibn Battuta, as a meticulous and curious observer, takes care to document every detail of his travels. His narratives allow us to step into the traveler's sandals and see through his eyes the people he encountered and the places he visited. His attentive gaze reveals the astonishing diversity of the societies he traversed. In his accounts, Ibn Battuta introduces us to varied encounters with rulers and local leaders. His narratives not only depict formal interactions with the powerful of the time but also intimate moments where he conversed and exchanged with them. His accounts offer insights into the political dynamics and power structures that prevailed across the regions he visited. Beyond eminent figures, Ibn Battuta paints a rich tableau of the everyday lives of ordinary people. He meets merchants in bustling markets, shares meals with local families, and exchanges stories with scholars in centers of learning. His narratives unveil the joys, challenges, and concerns of ordinary people, shedding light on the daily life of medieval societies. Ibn Battuta also unveils a stunning array of local customs and traditions. From religious ceremonies to festivities, weddings to funeral rites, he guides us through a kaleidoscope of cultural practices that shaped the society of his time. Traveling from city to city, empire to empire, Ibn Battuta paints vivid pictures of opulent cities. His descriptions immerse us in urban centers that were hubs of trade, knowledge, and architectural splendor. From mosques to palaces, colorful markets to bustling bazaars, he meticulously describes the details that compose the fabric of these legendary cities. We delve into the lasting impact and legacy left by Ibn Battuta's exceptional journeys. The traces he left behind have shaped history, geography, and the understanding of the world. Ibn Battuta's travels were not just personal adventures, they were also journeys of discovery that opened new paths for exploration. The precise details he shared about distant lands and exotic cultures ignited the flame of exploration in many other intrepid adventurers. His writings not only inspired explorers but also served as treasures of information for scholars and researchers. Ibn Battuta's meticulous descriptions of customs, traditions, political structures, and architectures of the regions he visited became invaluable sources for historians and anthropologists. They provided a unique insight into daily life and medieval societies across the Islamic world. Ibn Battuta's legacy also extends to geography. His journeys contributed to mapping regions that were previously little explored. His writings helped chart routes, delineate borders, and draw more accurate contours of the lands and seas he traversed. By documenting geographical details, he contributed to broadening the world's knowledge and enriching the geographical maps of the time. Ibn Battuta's journey left a lasting imprint that transcends time. His unquenchable desire to discover new lands, cultures, and experiences inspired explorers, enriched historical and geographical knowledge, and allowed future generations to immerse themselves in the worlds he traveled. As we close the book on Ibn Battuta's story, we're reminded to continue exploring, learning, and discovering the world with a similar open-mindedness. Ibn Battuta's legacy reminds us that each personal adventure can have an impact far beyond our own borders, forming a complex mosaic of knowledge and understanding across eras. And there you have it, dear explorers of knowledge, our journey through time with Ibn Battuta comes to an end. We've traversed continents, crossed deserts, and uncovered ancient civilizations through the captivating accounts of this fearless traveler. But let's not forget that the world is vast, filled with captivating stories waiting to be discovered. So, keep exploring, learning, and being inspired by the journeys of those who have braved the unknown. Who knows what adventures await you?